Jai Shri Mataji. Let us all take our attention to our heart, keeping our eyes open, looking at Shri Mataji's holy lotus feet. Try to establish that same image of Shri Mataji's feet in our heart. Once we can see Shri Mataji's lotus feet in our heart, we can close our eyes and just look at Shri Mataji's lotus feet in our heart. Let us all do pranam to Shri Mataji's lotus feet in our heart. Bow down to Shri Mataji's lotus feet from our heart. Taking our attention to the Sahasrara. Shri Mataji, Please come in my Sahasrara. Let me see your feet in my Sahasrar. Let me worship your feet in my Sahasrar chakra. Let us bow down to Shri Mataji's feet in our Sahasrar chakra. Once we have established Shri Mataji's presence in our Sahasrar, we can take our attention above the Sahasrar chakra. And try to maintain that state of thoughtlessness. Let us all raise our Kundalini and put ourselves in Bandhan. We'll offer the 3 Mahamantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali त्रिगुणात्मिकः कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देवै नमो नमः। श्री गणेश मंत्र। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। We'll begin with the worship of Shri Mahavira on the left side, and then we'll continue to worship Shri Hanuman to cleanse our right side, and finally we'll end with offering the puja to Shri Ram. We can take our attention to the left agya, and we'll listen to a talk from Shri Mataji on Shri Mahavir Puja.
Today we are going to celebrate the birthday of Mahavira. Mahavira is the incarnation of Bhairavnath, or you call him at Saint Michael. Now these two saints, as you know, one is the Gabriel, Hanumana, and another is Saint Michael. One is placed on the Pingala Nadi and another one, Saint Michael, on the Ida Nadi. So, Mahavira had to go through lots of search. Of course, he was a angel, but came as human being. And he had to find out the thing of the left side and how the left side acts. It's a very complicated thing, left side. It's much more complicated than right side. On the left side, we have also 7 nadis. And these 7 nadis are placed one after another. They are described in books and given different names to them. Now these 7 nadis that are on the left side, as you know, they cater to our past. Say, for example, every moment becomes a past. Every present becomes a past. Then we have past of this lifetime. And also we have past of our previous lives. Then all the past is built in within us since our creation. So all these psychosomatic diseases, as you know, are only triggered by the entities that appear from the left side. For a person, supposing he is suffering, say, from liver trouble, and suddenly he is attacked from the left side, especially Muladhara, or any left side, left navi. Because Muladhara is the only one that is connected with the left side, Ida Nadi, and the right side, Pingala Nadi, is connected to Swadhisthana. So the problems of Muladhara are really beyond the reach of human beings. And when it is attacked, any one of these chakras on the left-hand side, then psychosomatic diseases occur into human beings. As I have told you many times, now this is the center, this is another center, left and right. They are on top of each other. Using the right side too much goes up to a point and suddenly something happens on the left, triggers. So all diseases, say even diabetes, is due to the psychosomatic effect. A person who is very hard-working, thinks too much, very right-sided, suddenly something happens, maybe also he might inherit that diabetes because of the past, and it triggers, and you get this psychosomatic problem. Now this psychosomatic problem is only cured if you know what's the problem of the left side is. So Mahavira went quite deep onto the left side. Why I said it's difficult, the left side, is because when you start moving on the left side, the movement becomes linear, of course, but it moves downward. While the movement on the right side moves upward. So the movement goes down like that, and then it coils up, forms coils, and you go on moving with it, so you are lost in the coil. But The other one moves upward and the coils are not so many. And because it is upward, it's easy to get out of it. So those people who go to the left, by any chance, by thinking too much about their past, crying about themselves and always complaining, are more difficult than the people on the right side. But the right side people are troublesome to others, while the left side people are troublesome to themselves. That's how this left side was to be found out properly, was done by Mahavira. Of course, he knew also, I think, all about it. So he has mentioned practically in details lots of things that can happen to a person who goes to the left side. He gave the idea of hell. He also described 7 types of hell. I mean, it's so horrible that I don't want to tell you what is hell is. It's horrifyingly cruel, horrifyingly joyless, and horrifyingly so repulsive that you hate yourself when you understand you have committed this mistake, you have committed this paap, this sin, and then what is the result? What you get, the punishment part. Mahavira worked it out, everything. He has given in all details what sort of punishment is due to a human being who tries to be left-sided. Also he has given about the person who is right-sided. But not to that extent, because he had to deal with the combination, but mostly with the left side. Now, I have told many people before, and here also I perhaps maybe, that there is a soul that is made out of the causal bodies of all the 5 elements. The causal, say for example, of the earth is fragrance. So this soul, which is made of the 5 causal bodies and your centers, plus we can say also it has got the control over the parasympathetic. It sits on the spinal cord from outside and activates the parasympathetic nervous system. So it has a connection with every center. Now this is the soul when we die, with the Kundalini and our spirit goes into the sky. And it is the soul that guides now the movement of our being, whatever is left now, into a new being, and that's how it works out. So everything that we have done so far is recorded in that soul. When you were asking me, Mother, we see some sort of round things, you see, lying together. What is that? I told you this is a dead soul. And now they have found out what I have told them. Because, see, when a person dies, his soul shows you, like even now you can see, round things. There could be many, there could be one, a string. And they saw it under microscope when I told them that the soul within us is reflected on the cell, which is the reflector of every cell. So the part of the cell which is the reflector, which is placed on one side of the cell, also has this soul reflected. And the main soul, which is on the back, controls that reflected soul which looks after every cell. Now they have found out that there is in that reflector this kind of 7 loops. 7 loops because it sits on the 7 chakras and the Muladhara. Now what he found out that when people die, then some of the souls are born again just after a few days. These people are just very ordinary type of people. That's how we brought in a kind of category. So they are the people who have died. They are of a category, one category, where they exist for a very short time in the collective subconscious, and then they take their rebirth. They are very ordinary people, aimless, useless people. But there are some souls, when they die, they just hang in the air and they are just waiting to find out somebody who will fulfill their desires which are not yet fulfilled. Like there's a drunkard, and a drunkard can join another human being who is living who would like to drink. So once he starts getting this So once it starts getting into the habit of drinking, some of these souls can just jump on that person. And when they jump on that person, they can make him a real drunkard. I remember of a lady who was a very short, petite person, came from Cuba. I'm in America when I went first. And she told me that she is very sick of herself. Her husband told me that she can take one whiskey bottle full, neat sometimes. Looked at her, such a little thing, I said, how can she do it? So I put a bandhan on her and I saw a huge, big Negro standing behind her. So I said, do you know some Negro? Immediately she jumped on me. She said, Mother, you see that one? You see that one? That's the one drinks, not me. Of course, I cured her, and after that she gave up drinking completely. So, whenever you start getting into a habit in a bad way, you lose complete control of yourself, and a spirit sits on you and it controls you. And when it controls you, you do not know how to get rid of any habit. That's why it's difficult to get rid of habits. Now, in Sahaja Yoga, when the Kundalini rises, what happens? That these spirits, these dead spirits, leave you and you become all right and you give up. That's how it works. I would say that all this Mahavira did not tell, nor did he find out all these things, because he was not a scientist, I think, or I don't know why. But what he has talked about is the hell. And he has said that if you do this kind of a thing in your lifetime, then what kind of a hell you will get. And he has described the hell in a very I should say, openly and in a very detailed manner. And it's really horrible to know that a human being who thinks no end of himself ultimately will get to that kind of a hell, and some are permanently doomed to be there. But as incarnations take birth, also these devils, some of them who are completely doomed to live in hell, also take their birth. And when they take their birth, they try to trouble us. And they can take birth as you know, as our gurus and things and everything is happening now. You find it how these people are taking their birth and how they are misleading us. How they are using the left swadhisthana, or we can call it the left side, just to immobilize us completely. So when a person is possessed, as you must have seen, a person gets possessed, he cannot feel vibrations. There are all kinds of symptoms about such a person. But in Sahaja Yoga, what do we do? Is to take the name of Mahavira. Because Mahavira runs all the way on the Idanadi and comes and stays here unto the, we can say, the point which is for our superi. And it sees, controls, works out, cleanses, and does all that is required to put a person right after surgery. So we have to be really very thankful to him for doing this kind of work which is very filthy and dirty, because these people don't mind even sitting in the bathroom, like that we can say, or sitting with everything and meditating. They can do anything. They are very dirty people, absolutely dirty. When they become tantrikas, they try all kinds of dirty things, and with that they actually create a problem between themselves and the god. Say they will go to a temple of a goddess and start misbehaving with a woman there. So the goddess will disappear. And once the goddess disappears in that area, they call all these booths from the left side. So now we have all these souls which are lying, hanging in the air, trying to come back to a conscious thing and to possess someone. Plus these, we have these masters of the left side who know how to catch hold of these people and put them on somebody, or to remove from them someone and to put somebody else. So it's a continuous process, and this makes a person absolutely mad and good for nothing. Now when we know all this, still we get caught up on the left side. So yogis do get caught up. That's why I think this Mahavir Jayanti is a very, very great thing for us to observe. Now why was he called Mahavira? Because only a person like him, Veera means a person who is brave, who is chivalrous. Because only he could do this. So only he could enter into the being fully and could kill, or we can say destroy, those horrible rakshasas, devils, all these negative things that come to us. Now, as you know, we use left side very much for so many negativity that is torturing us. But if there is no help, say from Mahavira, we cannot do it. We call the name of Mahavira, we could call him Saint Michael, we can call him by any name, but Mahavira because he was a human being. All this works out because of him. And he is such a great identity. He himself took a birth as a human being, difficult for saints to take birth took a birth as a human being, difficult for saints to take birth as human beings. Moreover, you see the whole concept of hell and all that is described in any scripture is a fact. It exists. And if you try to go in there, you see, when I try to go there and to find out, I just go off to sleep sort of thing. In my sleep I find out all the things that are happening about person, how much he's got up, what he's done. It's not an easy thing to do with the conscious mind. You have to take to the subconscious and you have to go into sushupti, in a deeper sleep, to see what's happening in the left side. It's a very funny situation, I think. And for Sahajogis also to enter in it, I would not advise. But one should get rid of the problems of the left side with the help of Mahavira. When this chakra is caught up, what you find is a big lump of bone coming out on the right side. So you have to take the name of Mahavira just to remove that pressure from the left side. Now many people do not even know why they suffer. Why should they suffer when they have done nothing wrong? Because they are possessed. Now even the viruses and all these things like psychosomatic troubles like cancer, all I would say, the incurable diseases are there because we are triggered into the left side. That's why we are suffering from these diseases which are not curable. So we have to thank really very much Mahavira, who has given us this power to remove our left-sided problems, who has given us this light in our hand, which he himself vibrates, and he himself tries to throw some light on the obscure things about me also. Because of him only, we can get cured of so many physical and mental troubles. You know that the left side can be easily cured if you use 3 candle treatment. That shows Mahavira is only fond of light. He doesn't like darkness. And his idea is, I think that way, is to now fully go all the way to clear the left side as far as possible, to help Sahaja to be established in countries where I find still lot of this negativity is there. Lot of it. So he is working it out everywhere. And the psychosomatic diseases and all these diseases also we can work it out with candle light and all that. With 3 candles we can do this trick. So we have to be very thankful to him that he has achieved this kind of entry into the left side and has found out for us what sort of problems exist on the left side. It's such a nice thing that we have got today the chance to celebrate his birthday here in a place which is really very much loved by him. Now you may say that Mahavira is sometimes seen as a person who is naked. So it happened that he had gone in a jungle to meditate and to find out about the left side. And when he got up, you see, he got caught up in one of the bushes. And he had to torn off half part of that. When that half part was torn off, then he came out of those bushes and he was all right. But at the same time, Sri Krishna appeared there on the scene as a little boy from a village. And he said that I am a poor man. This little boy said, I am a poor person, I have nothing with me. You are a king, you can always get your clothes. Why don't you give me this half cloth that you have? And they say so that it was given to this boy, and who ran away. He was nobody else but Sri Vishnu. And this, you see, Vishnu took away that cloth, and hardly for about 2 seconds or 3 seconds, because he was a king, you see. And he hid himself with leaves and went to his palace and got dressed. But imagine the people, how negative they are. They just walk without clothes. Jainis, they have, you see, all kinds of taboos against all the worms, everything. It's said, these people have started, that if you do not respect these little animals, like you can say even serpent or any animal which is troublesome and bad, but is a human, is a living thing, so is to be preserved. Now these Jains are mad. I told you that they have gone to such a limit of vegetarianism that they try to save even the bugs, put the bugs in a hut. And the hut has got a Brahmin there. Now these bugs suck the blood of this Brahmin. And once the Brahmin is completely, I should say, sucked in by these bugs, they fall on the ground. Then they allow the Brahmin to come out and they give him a lot of dakshina, means they give him money as a reward for helping the bugs to suck his blood. This kind of vegetarianism is there. Beware of vegetarians. You see, even Hitler was a vegetarian. So you can imagine what sort of a vegetarianism it is. All these fads of vegetarianism and all that are not at all required. And that's what Mahavira showed in his life, that it is not at all important to bother about food, what issue. See, the whole theory of this vegetarianism has gone to such a nonsensical limits that I have told people that we should give up vegetarianism completely. Now also see the juxtaposition of what he wanted to do. If you do not eat proteins, you cannot fight bhoots. A person who has bhoots in him must eat a lot of proteins, not carbohydrates, but proteins, so that it can fight those left-sided enemies. But here it is, they have to be vegetarians. Now imagine there are left-sided enemies within them and they want to be vegetarians. Finished. How will they fight it? So all this is all, we should say, is pre-planned by the person who tries to sort of, we can say like this, that you see a person who tries to remove or we can say that the person who tries to make these lower animals live rather than human beings. You see, there are persons, this is the stupid thing they do. Must know that I cannot give realization to these worms and to these fishes or even to chickens. We require human beings. So all this has happened because of human beings going in juxtaposition of whatever is said. Like Christ has said, thou shalt not have adulterous eyes. And I have yet to come across a Christian who is not a Sahajogi without adulterous eyes, whether it's a woman or a man. So we go just the opposite of what we have been taught. In the case of same thing happened, that Mahavira, what he tried to do was absolutely killed by these people who are trying to make this vegetarianism as a big religion. Also another thing was that this vegetarianism came into Jainism through one fellow called Neminath, who was a Tirthankar at the time of Sri Krishna. He was to be married. In those days they were married. Not only, but they were eating all kinds of meats. And so many lambs and goats came for the wedding of this man. So he felt that Uparati, we call it. He didn't like, he was disgusted, he was frustrated with that. With that frustration, what did he do? He said, I will not eat meat. And that's how vegetarianism started among Jainis. And that's how it's still going on. And these Jainis, I find, are the joyless people, absolutely joyless. They are so much fond of money, they run after the money, and they go on behaving in such a peculiar way that you can't understand. I mean, they are human beings, but the way they behave, you cannot understand them. They are not normal people. So we realize that despite all that Mahavira worked out, still the people are supposed to be his disciples. They are Jains, and they are like this. So what we have to do now is to understand that in Sahaja Yoga we better not do something of that kind. Whatever you are told, you have to understand why it is so. You know the modus operandi, you know each and everything about Sahaja Yoga. You know the whole subject. So it's not proper for you to, in any way, to succumb to any such arguments or any such big talks or big advertisement and take to something that is wrong. It's very important. We are Sajogis. We understand the balance. Of course, I always say that Westerners, for example, maybe Australians also, should take more to carbohydrates because they eat a lot of meat. So they can take to carbohydrates. But that doesn't mean vegetarianism by any chance. I mean to compensate. And in India, I always say they must take to more meats. It's good to do them good. But in by no means I say that you just eat meat and nothing else. But a balance has to be found out. And once you strike it, then you'll be surprised that you feel so relaxed, so much better, so much enlightened, and the vibrations will flow much better than normal. So for food, you have to be careful. Same about with clothes, that you shouldn't go mad after a suit all the time, whether it's hot or cold or indifferent. What you have to do is to wear something that will suit you. Now, for example, in a climate like this, you may require a suit or something to cover yourself. But supposing you are in Ganpatipure, some place like that, where it's not so cold, not so hot, maybe it's dry. So what sort of a dress you should wear which is comfortable, that should be found out. And whatever you find out, that this is such a comfortable dress for us, you better do it. Because what I have seen, many, you see, it's a thing that whenever I tell you something, don't take it to the extremes and don't take a little bit of it. But when I tell you this thing, you must understand that whatever is good for you, whatever is your temperament, whatever is aptitude, you have to take something that will nourish that, that will improve you and give you a balance. So to balance yourself, if you think of Mahavira, you must think also of Shri Hanuman. Both these things are important. It's not easy to tell all about Mahavira in this short lecture, but I think I have quite connected him now with Surge, and you must have seen to it that how important he is and what an important role he plays. So may God bless you. This thinking about Mahavira, it's impossible to keep it to the conscious mind. It's just going into the left all the time. Because I just in the car thought I better think about Mahavira. And since then it's all going towards the left. It's so difficult. But it will work out. May God bless you.
We'll now offer the mantra to Shri Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Shri Ganesh Atharvashish.
श्री गणेश अथर्व शीर्षम। ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो नीलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारपरतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादस्सन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निच्छृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदञ्च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः। नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्तेऽस्तु लम्बोदरायैकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
We'll now offer the 21 holy names of Shri Mahavira. We'll begin with the full mantra to Shri Mahavir. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahavir Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. You are the one who makes us progress and evolve. Shri Vardhaman. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vardhaman Namo Namaha. You are the one who was born into an illustrious family. Shri Natanandana. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Natanandana Namo Namaha. You are the Muni, the detached one. Shri Nirgrantha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirgrantha Namo Namaha. You are the sadhu, the ascetic. Shri Shramana. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shramana Namo Namaha. You are victorious, Shri Jaya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Jaya Namo Namaha. You are the one that gives protection, Shri Taravati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Taravati Namo Namaha. You are the one who has many forms, Shri Bahurupini. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Bahurupini Namo Namaha. You are the destroyer of Chanda and Munda, Shri Chamunda. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Chamunda Namo Namaha. You are the one who cannot be surpassed, Shri Aparajita. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Aparajita Namo Namaha. You are upon the lotus, Shri Padmavati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Padmavati Namo Namaha. You are the one within whom the goddess Amba resides, Shri Amra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Amra Namo Namaha. You are perfection and plenitude personified, Shri Siddhayaka. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Siddhayaka Namo Namaha. You are the protector of the subconscious, Shri Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are pure, the God of purity, Shri Vimaleshwara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vimaleshwara Namo Namaha. You are the one who makes all things auspicious, Shri Manibhadra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Manibhadra Namo Namaha. You are universal peace, Shri Brahma Shanti. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Brahma Shanti Namo Namaha. You are the protector of nature, Shri Kshetrapal. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kshetrapal Namo Namaha. You are the Lord of Dharma, Shri Dharmendra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Dharmendra Namo Namaha. You are detached from all garments, Shri Anangruta. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Anangruta Namo Namaha. You are the one who is the whole, totality personified, Shri Sarva. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarvaha Namo Namaha. You are the great hero, Shri Mahavira. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahavira Namo Namaha. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. We'll now watch Srimataji's talk from Shri Hanuman Puja, 1989. We can take our attention to the right side.
is such a joy today, and the whole atmosphere seems to be bubbling with it. As if the angels are singing. And the speciality of Hanumana was that he was an angel. Angels are born like angels. They are angels. And they are not human beings. They are born with the angelic qualities. But now you all have become angels from the human beings. It's a very great achievement of such. The qualities that are born with the angels are seen from their very childhood. Firstly, they are not afraid of untruth, falsehood. They are not worried as to what people will say to them, on what they will lose in life. To them, truth is their life. They breathe truth. And nothing else matters with them. This is the first great quality of an angel. They will go to any extent to establish truth, to protect the people who are in truth. It's such a wide range of these angels all over. So in the left side we have Ganas, on the right side we have angels, and translated in Sanskrit language or in any Indian language as Devdut, means they are the ambassadors of gods. So now you are the same. You are all angels now. Only thing, you are not aware that you are angels while they were aware from their childhood. If you know that you are angels, all your qualities will start shining through. And you'll be amazed that the quality of standing by the truth at any cost is so easily managed for you, because you have been given the right. You have been given the special blessings, the special protection from the divine, that if you stand for the right, and if you stand for the righteous, and if you stand for the truth, all kinds of help to protect you will be given. Angels are aware of this. They are sure of it. They are certain. There's a certainty about it. But you are not. You still sometimes think maybe, may not be. Same style. Goes on. But believe me, you are angels. You have all the powers, and what rights you have. Human beings cannot get over you. That's the speciality of angels, not of saints. Saint could be maneuvered. They could be tortured. They could be troubled. Incarnations may do the same. Incarnations accept it. They want to have all these penances done to them so that they create an event in their life to express themselves in a more dynamic way. If there was no Ravana, there would have been no Ramayana. If there was no Kansa, there would have been no Krishna. So the incarnations take upon themselves the problems and also the fight with the evil. So it looks sometimes that we feel that they suffer, but they don't. But the angels are a special category. They don't take up any problems upon themselves, they just solve them. If there's a problem, it's the angels who solve for the saints as well as for the incarnations. And they have to be told sometimes that don't jump in just now. We are working out on the stage now. You will jump when we'll ask you. They are ready, standing at the door, just to jump in. So anxious. And there are fixed quantities. You can rely on them completely. For example, Shri Hanumana, as you know him as an angel, has great capacities, great powers, and it is his right to use them. And he is very aware of it. He does everything very amusingly, uses his powers very amusingly. Like he burnt the whole of Lanka, and he was laughing at it. Then he extended his tail and put it round the necks of many Rakshasas. And he was just playing with them and then flew in the air and they all were dangling in the air. So it's a playfulness of the angels also. Because they're so confident. They're absolutely aware, absolutely identified with their personality, with their powers, with themselves. Here the Sahajogis sometimes don't understand that I have made you into angels. I have not made you into saints, but angels. And you are always protected. I can only make angels, I can't make saints. Saints are made by their own effort. The effortlessness doing is like Ganesha, like Kartikeya, like Hanumana. The same way you are all made with the same style. So try to understand that what I say about you is the truth. Kinds of conditionings work even through you people, though you are saints. And you don't know how to spread your wings. Still, sometimes I feel that the rebirth has taken place and they have all become like angels with wings. But as little birds, they still have to learn how to fly. But you must gain your confidence by your experiences which you have in Sahaja Yoga. As you were singing yesterday, miracles every day, miracles around you. These are done by the angels, and they try to convince you that you are one of us. Just join our company. So we have so many angels now sitting here. And why should not we think of transforming this world? And there's one more thing that you have other than the angels, because angels do not raise the Kundalini. They cannot. They are not bothered about it. They are there to kill, to burn, to suppress, to remove all the evil people around you. But they cannot transform. Angels cannot transform. So you have a greater right than they have in the realm of God, that you can raise the Kundalini of people and you can give realization. But human conditionings are still sticking on. For example, I wore a ring the other day, and then my daughter started teasing me that, now, you must only show this finger all the time to people so that they see your ring. So, in the mundane human life, whatever we have, possessions, maybe powers, you see. For example, somebody is a man with some position, immediately you can make it out with his nose and lips the way they are turned upward. But the powers that you have in your possession, you are afraid to manifest them and to talk about it, to use them. Imagine with so many angels, the whole of England should get realization in no time. But we are still trying to learn what we are. Hanuman had no problem, because from his childhood he knew that he was an angel and he has to do the job of an angel. But because we were born as human beings and now we have become angels, we find it difficult to be dynamic like other angels that they were. Even your thought, collective thought, even your individual thought is powerful. And your attention is powerful. Because of this fear, or maybe the conditionings as you can call it, or maybe the ego part which is still sticking on to you, you still hang around false things. And that force, that dynamism is not expressed. We can blame anything, like we can blame lethargy to some country, ego to some country. But now you have lost your countries completely. Now you have entered into the kingdom of God. You are in a country which has no bounds, which has no limitations. And then all these conditionings that are still lingering in you shouldn't bother you at all and shouldn't upset you or deter you from doing whatever is your job. Now imagine Hanumana as Gabriel had to go and tell Maria that there's a child which is the incarnation. The Savior is going to be born to you. She was a young virgin. To break such a news, which was horrible compared to the conditionings of those days, he did it. I have to do it, so I'll do it. If that's the order, I'll do it. Because he knew that the carrying out of the order is his nature, is built within him, and he's not going to doubt it. He's not going to wait, but just told and he does it. So a great understanding has to be within us that we are growing within ourselves. But if we do not manifest, if we do not show our qualities, and if we do not express it in our life, in our doing, in our object, in the meaning of our life, then Sahaja Yoga is not going to spread, nor is it going to help you much. The kind of work you have to do has no problems with it. I have problems, not you. You don't have to face problems. You go and talk to anyone, whatever you feel like. They will jolly well have to listen to you, I should say. But if they don't, they can't harm you. They can't do any harm to you. This is a very great protection you have. They cannot hinder your work. Coming to Sahaja Yoga is not what we have gained, what we have got. See, there are people who say, we've done so much for Sahaja Yoga. And what Sahaja Yoga has given us? It has given you self-realization. It has given you the angel status. I mean, you try anything else. Can you get the status of an angel? You cannot. Sahaja Yoga has given you that status. So, what more do you want? It was never possible before. Believe me, impossible situation. If it was possible in any way, then Gyaneshwara would not have taken his samadhi at such a young age. And Kabira would not have said, oh God, what am I to do? This world is blind. So you have that subtle power within you that you can work out on people's kundalini without even they knowing about it. But in meditation, when you sit down, you must admit to yourself, I am an angel. And as being an angel, I have no attachments with anything else but with God's work. Attachments are so many still in Sahaja Yoga, I have seen it. People have like attachments to now, because they are married, so they are attached to wives. And so many have fallen out because of their wives' attachments. Then they have attachments to their children. And so many will fall out if they have attachments to their children. As I told you yesterday, that all the children of the world who are Sahaja Yogis are your children. You are the parents of all the children. It's not that if your child is sleeping, you cover that child. No, you cover all the children. You have to look after all the children which are lying down. Can you think of Hanumana if he was here and when the children were sleeping, it would just cover the body of one child? Because he is a universal being. So every child has to be loved the same way, cared for by you. Then there are other attachments like possessions, positions, jobs. I have none, so I don't know what other I have. Except for when I see you so much lovingly coming to the station, then the whole heart becomes like an ocean, I think, and just starts like a big swell of a tide, like that. I see that. And then when I have to leave you, again it recedes back like a sea, which is now receding. It's something like you see the moon and the sea starts reacting to the beauty of the moon the joy of the moon, the love of the moon. Then I see the love that is, you see, in a nest where a bird is feeding its young ones. Then you see this love in the sky. Then you see this love in your heart. And only thing that you can describe is the feeling of tremendous ocean of joy within you, just flowing out. The attachments do not give you capacity to enjoy that ocean. If you are standing on the shore, how will you enjoy the ocean? You have to jump into it. But you have got your anchorage onto different things, so you can't jump in. And you are so safe. You know how to swim. You know how to kill a shark. Even one sight of yours is sufficient. But because you are not aware, it is not acting. Absolutely, this is the case. I have seen people who get small positions in life and they start boasting about it. I met this and this man, I met that and that man, and this happened and that happened. So you feel like laughing at the person, But you have met Sahaja Yoga, by which you have grown, you have been nourished, you have become so great. With all this, we have to follow the line of Hanuman. He thought the sun is very egoistical, trying to burn people, sometimes it gives too much heat. And the sun worshippers also are egoistical. They have so much ego in them. Any word, if you say wrong in their language or in their custom, say you hold the fork in a wrong hand, finished. You are the worst person in the whole world, committed the greatest sin. All such small, stupid ideas come out of a very depraved ego. Ego is so depraved. When you start thinking no end of yourself, that I am everything, and I know everything, and this custom is the best, or that carpet is the best, I don't like. Well, who are you? Who asked you to like it or not to like it? I don't like this. I don't like that. On the other side, the egoist always becomes slaves also. I must say that after going through the countries which are following certain norms, which are dictations of the ego, like an artist now, for example. An artist produces something for his joy, but he must be criticized by everyone. The criticism should be, I don't like this color is no good, that is not. And you have professionals who do this. They don't know how to even draw one pencil line properly. Leave alone painting anything. But immediately they say, I think this is, you see, this. They have made books out of it. Theses and theories. Art has something to do with your heart and not with your brain. That's how you have killed so many artists. And everybody who is painting has to think what people will say about this. But as a result of that, something absolutely absurd grows without any subtle expression is today appreciated. This is because of our ego, which has suppressed every proper, spontaneous, living growth of our thought, of our art, and of our life. I think it's worse than all the contamination we talk about or ecological problems. It's the human mind which has produced these suffocating areas where nobody can express anything. And the one who has a greater ego dominates. This book has been written by such and such person. You meet that person, you feel like jumping in the sea. So everything written is not a Bible, and those mostly who write are people whom you should never meet without a barge pole. So anything that is expressed, you see, say in a dress or in relationship with your children, in relationship with your teacher, relationship with anyone, has to be so and so and so. You must say thank you many a times. You must say sorry many a times. So we are so much curbed into artificial expressions that I think after some time there will be no art produced. There is no exuberance. They cannot, they are afraid. I don't know if you have noticed this or not. But those who go to see any museum or go to see any exhibition, anything, think all of them to be great, some divine personalities, that they can judge everyone. Through the agya that we judge, that is what Hanumana wanted to eat once for all. There's a movement of the agya which goes right and left, you see, which makes us express our so-called nonsensical personality of an ego, is the one that he tried to control and eat it off. As I eat bhoots, perhaps he was eating this sun. But for an angel, it is important to know that there is no ego within you. There are some Sahaja-yogis who say, Mother, I didn't want to do too much of Sahaja Yoga work because my ego will come up. Many. I don't want my ego to express it. But why do you want your ego to be destroyed? For what? For Sahaja Yoga work, isn't it? What a vicious circle it is. That we say that we want to keep ourselves in the background because our ego should not develop. You are just thinking about yourself. What about Sahaja Yoga? So nowadays the trend is, better be on the safe side. Because they have seen some people who were very egoistical, who were very dashing about Sahaja Yoga, who tried to show off, had to fall. So another trend has started, I feel, in Sahaja Yoga, that better be on the safe, you see. Between these two, Sahaja Yoga will be lost. So if you know you are angels, you will have no ego. Anybody who knows that is his nature to do something, like Today my husband was praising me, saying that it is you who has done it. I said, not me, it's not me. He said, how do you say it is not you? Because I said it is innately built in them, a seed. If it is planted in the Mother Earth, then it sprouts. In the same way, they have innately built within them, their Kundalini just sprouts. So how is it I have done? But he said, but the Mother Earth has done it. I said, no. It's the quality in Mother Earth which is built in has done it. So he said, then who has done all this? So I said it's done by Adi Shakti, agreed. But Sahaja Yoga is not done by Adi Shakti. She has created these powers in everyone which works out. But Sahaja Yoga is not. Sahaja Yoga works through the innate qualities that are in the Mother Earth and that are in the seed. So I'm here as, not as Adi Shakti, I'm here as their mother, as their Holy Mother. And as Holy Mother, I have guided them. You can say I'm like the Mother Earth who sprouts the seeds. So then, another detachment can come into you, that these are your powers within you which have been just enlightened by your innate nature of Kundalini, and that you are empowered yourself. And all this power that is within you is only told by me that it is within you. You see for yourself, only like a mirror, I am telling you, you are this. See for yourself. So how can I take any credit for it? So you can even have detachment to understand that the powers that we have is for Sahaja Yoga, as Mother has powers to work for Sahaja Yoga. We too have powers to work for Sahaja Yoga, and as she works, we also have to work. But there is attachment like this. Mother is doing everything, what can we do? No, you have to do it. This is a very important detachment which I am trying to say. That you have to do this yourself. It's not that Mother will do. After all, Mother is doing everything. It's correct, that is correct in a way. But you are the instrument. Electricity is doing everything here, but this instrument has to work. So the source may be there, but the instrument is the one which delivers the goods. And like Hanumana, you are the instrument. And you have to work. You have to do the job. It's in a very dynamic we should achieve. Another great quality of Hanumana was that he was very alert and that he was beyond time. When you eat off the sun, where is the time? He was beyond time. Because of that, everything he did very fast. For example, now we are preparing, say, a book of Sahaja Yoga. For the last 16 years is going on. It's still working out, Mother, working out. Then we are trying to, say, make some arrangements about having the recording of the sick people and being cured with Sahaja Yoga. That's happening. Very good, happening. Then we are going to go to Russia to spread Sahaja. Working. All the devils have reached there, but the angels are still working it out. Very patient angels. So, one of the qualities of Sri Hanumana was that he was a fast person. He would do the work before anybody could do it. He was outbeat.
Let us offer the 12 holy names of Shri Hanumana. You are the most celebrated angel, Shri Hanuman. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Hanuman Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. You are of immeasurable strength, Shri Bajrangbali. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Bajrangbali Namo Namaha. You are the messenger of Shri Ram, Shri Ramadut. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ramadut Namo Namaha. You are the son of the wind god, Shri Pavan Sutta. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Pavan Sutta Namo Namaha. You are the king of the monkeys, Shri Kapish. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kapish Namo Namaha. You are the son of Anjani, Shri Anjani Putra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Anjani Putra Namo Namaha. You are a great and powerful warrior, Shri Mahavira. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahavira Namo Namaha. You are the incarnated son of Shri Shiva, Shri Shankar Subhana. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shankara Suvana Namo Namaha. You are highly learned, Shri Vidyavan. ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीविद्यावान् नमो नमः. You are of golden complexion, Shri Kanchanavarna. ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकाञ्चनवर्ण नमो नमः. You are mighty and huge, Shri Vikatarupa. ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीविकटरूप नमो नमः. You are almighty and formidable, Shri Bhima. ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीभीम नमो नमः. साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवै नमो नमः. We'll now take our attention to the right heart and we'll pray to Shri Ram. Let us offer the 12 names of Shri Rama. You are the one who gives joy, Shri Ram. Om Tvamev Sakshat Shri Ram Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. You are the son of Dashratha, Shri Dashrati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Dashrati Namo Namaha. You are courageous, Shri Shur. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shur Namo Namaha. You are the one whose companion is Shri Lakshmana, Shri Lakshmananuchara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Lakshmananuchara Namo Namaha. You are the one who is mighty and strong, Shri Bali. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Bali Namo Namaha. You are the descendant of Shri Kakutstha, Shri Kakutstha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kakutstha Namo Namaha. You are the all-pervading primordial being, Shri Purusha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Purusha Namo Namaha. You are the one who is Purna Brahma, the entire universe. Shri Purna. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Purna Namo Namaha. You are the son of Queen Kaushalya, Shri Kaushalyeya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kaushalyeya Namo Namaha. You are the highest of the Raghu dynasty, Shri Raghuttama. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Raghuttama Namo Namaha. You are loved by Shri Sita, Shri Janaki Vallabha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Janaki Vallabha Namo Namaha. You are the warrior without equal, Shri Aprameya Parakrama. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Aprameya Parakrama Namo Namaha. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Let us now take our attention to the central channel, the Sushumna Nadi. Let's slowly raise our Kundalini to the Sahasrara Chakra. Keeping our attention at the Sahasrara, we'll offer 12 more names of Shri Mataji. You are ever free, and you make your devotees ever free. Shri Nityamukta. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nityamukta Namo Namaha. You are changeless, and the unchanging basis of all changes. Shri Nirvikar. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirvikaraya Namo Namaha. You are the one who needs no refuge, as you are the refuge of all. Shri Nirashraya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirashraya Namo Namaha. You are beyond all categories and time. Shri Nirantara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirantara Namo Namaha. You are causeless, as you are the cause of all causes. Shri Nishkarana. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nishkarana Namo Namaha. You are beyond the illusion of plurality. Shri Nirupadhi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirupadhi Namo Namaha. You are supreme, beyond even God. Shri Nirishwar. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirishwara Namo Namaha. You are unattached. Shri Niraga. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Niraga Namo Namaha. You are prideless. Shri Nirmada. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmada Namo Namaha. You are without any anxiety. Shri Nishchinta. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nishchinta Namo Namaha. You are without ego. Shri Nirahankara. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirahankara Namo Namaha. You are free from illusion. Shri Nirmoha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmoha Namo Namaha. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ji Shri Nirmala Nirmala Namo Namaha. We can all prepare for Aarti.
सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना। माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारण कितने दिए अवतार, माँ कितने दिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा। तू गंगा यमुना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना। माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया, सुख ही मिला उसको, माँ सुख ही मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ। लौट के ना जाना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना। माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। मानव में अवतर के कर दिया उजियाला, माँ कर दिया उजियाला। कलयुग में माया है, कलयुग में माया है, फिर भी पहचाना माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निरमल माता जी, जय निरमल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता, माँ है भारत माता। इस धरती पर आकर, इस धरती पर आकर दुख से दूर करना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निरमल माता जी, जय निरमल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधु संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधु संगीत सुन लो। हो सके जो सेवा, हो सके जो सेवा, हमसे करा लेना माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निरमल माता जी, जय निरमल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। बोलो श्री भगवती माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।